Got to turn the YouTube on.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men.
Oh, that's their
I've been trying
father's
to live up
grave.
to his ideals ever since.
Welcome in, everyone. We're at the final missions of the base game of Final Fantasy XVI.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Oh, okay. I'll take that completion. Try to make sure social stream is connected. Okay.
It's well.
Got
What
one
happened
man.
here? It's a miracle those hanging after them. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Might as well turn these in.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
And a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Bag of
Since
bits.
your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Funny.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She seems preoccupied.
Well, did they have it?
They sure did.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own, but with the right cog in the right place, well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It was wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without.
You know, they'll get it.
Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this.
That is true.
Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Quest complete. So.
help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Next little upgrade there. That was 1965. Next one's 2365. Then 2850 as of right now is max.
Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
The hour fast approaches. My decision is made. You said it yourself.
He's gonna carry us, but
must.
okay.
He must.
Make ready.
Of course, there's another extra side quest.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him. Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how
Well, she
different.
had to be.
But since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine.
Thank you, hubby.
why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should
Maybe.
first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Hmm.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Where's little ass? Nope. Oh. We'll go here too.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You
He
two
said
go
the
on
fuck
without
I
me.
will.
I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Sure was.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword.
Huh.
Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
No.
Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
That's cute.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
That's right, we can always steer for a better tomorrow.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Turn this in, and then I think we have 2 more on top, and then it's on to the final battles. The showdown with Ultima.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
So what do I owe the honor? Crack the crystal. Oh, very good. But then... So, what'll it be?
Say
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen us. This should tide us over until the new moon.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Hopefully not.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
I was so confused for a minute there. Hmm. 8 treasures left, but yeah, I must have missed some side quests. Little fucking fly, I see you, little bitch ass. That him right there, little friend. So lucky. Bastard. And I know these are like the parts for, I wish they would like show me the reward. But like these are the parts for those weapons and like armors, the Ouroboros and shit like that. I just don't know which ones. I want to assume it's going to be like the S's. But then it could be parts of the A's, you know? I don't know. Sickle and Dalmatia. Sambrius legend. Hmm. A sickle. Crazy.
I knew I was right not to give up on Lubor. They'll make a wonderful...
Ginger and ginseng.
How about a few spicy sausages to put in the
So,
pot,
you're
eh?
going to
They'll
join
warm
the
you up
watch
no
after
end.
all, then? Fellow used to run
Hey,
this
defeat on the
school,
PK.
right
It's
after
okay, you win some, you lose some. Just the way it goes.
Nothing to report.
That was a cool ass little teamwork combo. It's gonna be along this path. Some creature. Maybe. Probably in here. Damn.
Caution, brother.
This might take a while.
Okay.
What? Caution, brother.
Getting towards the end of this sickle here, there's gonna be something going down here, I believe. That's all there is, huh? Pretty sure I mentioned the sickle, you know. There it is.
Looks like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
Choco Meteor. Comet Feather.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Mm-hmm. So there's 4 altogether around here. But these would be the final 4, not including like those hunts, you know, we're just talking like the green side quests and crap. And then I have, what, 7 trophies still to claim, so might have missed a few here and there.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something
Ooh, he
tells
can go
me
take
you'll
care
be
of that
asking
town.
more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
You about abandoned them when everything went down, buddy.
So am I.
Just saying.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Yeah.
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from
I need to go
safe
hit the gardener
these
up
days.
Hopefully
tomorrow
not for
then,
long.
okay.
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Smoke it if you got it, y'all. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Sticky, sticky. Dodge all his abilities. Yo, what's up, Mohammed? Easier than you think when you realize how OP Clive dash is. OP's, yeah, Clive's dash is super OP. You're not even wrong there. You're not even wrong there, my friend. Welcome, welcome. We're just claiming the last bits of the side quest here.
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentry from the markets if we don't cooperate.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Your town needs you.
Hey, what's up, Bones?
I need you.
Hey, not too bad, not too bad.
You could have me clapped in irons.
I did not go to work today, so there's that. I will be going tomorrow, or today, however you want to look at it, so.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
Yeah, today's the day my parents go up and
It's
actually
the
like
Duke,
finalize and
His Eminence has assumed full
get the
control
cremation
of the garrison,
initialized today.
Put every
So
able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The
yeah,
town was left all but unguarded, so
hopefully
Philip
they'll
was
receive
compelled
the
to
actual
form a
copy of the
citizens' watch to
coroner's
fill the
report
void.
and
though my
we'll
dear
actually
boys
get
have been
final results of all
characteristically
that
willing to
too.
assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if
We had
you would
CPS
lend
show
them
up
your
today
strength,
randomly,
that the people of Northreach might sleep easier.
which we think it's
If only
the
for a few
boyfriend's
nights.
parents, just because they're spiteful, old ass, fucking hatred ass people. But
Of course. Whatever you
obviously
need.
we passed. That
you,
was
Clive.
stupid
What
and
would
a
I
waste
do
of time.
without you?
But supposedly in the
told
next
me
like
he
24
had men
hours, so we're
stationed
supposed to
at-
hear from
Where
like
can I find the
Michigan
mistress of this
CPS, whether
establishment?
they show up or
Here, my
they
lady.
call or
To whom
whatever
do
the
I
case
have the
may be.
pleasure
So
of
if you notice,
speaking? My name
different
is Sabine,
background,
and
all
it is
forms
my
of
displeasure
paraphernalia are
to be the daughter
gone
of the
and
Duke of
put
Oriflamme,
away.
who I understand is causing you and your town no small
Hence
amount
we're
of
smoking. I
trouble.
got my tray and
I
stuff
wish to
out,
speak
and
to you about
I'll get
what
that
might be
all
done.
packed away before
Very
the
well.
night's up.
Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my
But yeah,
thanks
so
for continuing to argue against his reckless plans.
another wonderful,
Yet I
exciting
fear
day.
He is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be
But
made to face the consequences of
then
his
I really need to
actions.
start looking into this
would make him
whole
do this?
guardianship transfer.
Myself and several other
Like I said,
like-minded individuals.
for my oldest niece,
Were you
it
to
should
join
be
us, we would
pretty
surely have the
seamless.
strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
All parties
Does
are
that
pretty
not
much in
seem a
agreement.
trifle
Like, you know.
Drastic.
Drastic action is precisely what is called for.
And then I can get
Unless you are
everything
content
filed
to
for
see your
like
people
her
downtrodden and
survivor benefits
dispossessed.
and shit like that.
My
and
father would have it that citizens exist
then my
only to
sister-in-law's
serve
gotta
the Empire.
finish getting the
That they
whole
should be
life
forced
insurance
to
shit
make every
filed and
sacrifice
sorted.
to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must
She's
serve her
15.
people.
Yeah, my oldest niece is 15.
He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must
Like she
fight
could technically
him
emancipate
by all
herself,
possible means.
but she would need a guardian signature. You know what I mean?
My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town
And her
depends
dad's been
upon
out of the
every
picture
one
since
of
she's
us
4,
uniting against our common enemy.
with a good cause.
Your father and his followers included.
And then,
While I understand your frustrations,
obviously, my
I cling
sister,
to the hope that he
her
may
mom
yet come
dying.
around.
So
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer.
my sister's
If you
boyfriend's
will
been
extend
the
me the same courtesy,
opposite person
I
from
bid you
them
good
living
day.
with them.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed.
Yeah, my niece wants to finish out
But
her
unfortunately
rest of
for
her
us,
school
that
year
spirit
at
is
her
only
current
likely to
school,
harden the Duke's resolve, which may be
which is
enough
like
to
a
seal the
half-hour
fate of
drive
this
each
town.
day, you know, there and
Not that
back.
she cares. This
We
is
have a
all
few
about her and
ideas
her
to get that
father.
sorted, but
Families.
like, yeah.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to
Other
tell
than
you of
that,
Philippe's plans
the
for
next
Town
8 months will
Watch,
be kind of
but
like
perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
a lot of shit going on.
believe he's in the
I may have
market
to get a
if you'd be
lawyer,
so
you know.
kind as to seek him
Most
out.
likely we'll have to hire a
Right
lawyer.
away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Just make sure everything's done right and proper and yeah. UK, you mostly leave school at 16. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, she could drop out, you know, but like, yeah. But that's obviously not what we're going for. Worst case, she would transfer schools. It's like she's gonna finish out her sophomore year at this place. And then, I mean, hell, who even knows? You know, by the time 8 months comes around and summertime goes through, we might already have her through her driver's lessons and actually driving. We're gonna get her mom's car all fixed up for her, and that's gonna be her car.
Please, I beseech you.
So even absolute worst case, if
Fight to defend your home.
she wanted, she
That's
would
exactly
potentially
what
be able
I
to
am
drive herself
doing,
to
lady.
school, you know,
to, at
every day.
least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison.
And she could just still continue to finish out
You're
the
not
rest
the
of her
only
years
able-bodied
at
man
that
in
school, you
Northreach.
know.
Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get
So yeah,
a word
once
in
my
edgeways.
sister-in-law gets the whole like life insurance
Father
thing
like
settled,
daughter, eh?
the idea
another
plan
right appearance
is
at the Vale
to
earlier,
have
hoping to convince the Dame to join her in
have two trust
fomenting
funds like
rebellion.
set up and shit, you know.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship
And
seems
then
to
my
have a way
plan would
with
be
people.
like with her portion of
Anyway,
the survivor
brings you here?
benefits.
Our mutual friend thought
You
he
know,
might welcome some help.
obviously I would use some of
Oh,
it for
she did,
whatever
did
comes
she?
up throughout the year, clothing,
as always.
expenses, trips, you
In
know,
fact,
you name it, whatever.
You're just the man. We've had some reports.
But
you
I'd
see.
always put like, you know,
Sightings
200 to
of,
400 I think aside,
you know
like,
what?
yeah,
They're back.
Seems that way. All over too.
add to it.
We haven't been
and
able to
that way it
confirm anything
keeps
yet, but if
compiling
you're willing,
for the next
could go and
2.5
see
years
what's
at
what.
least in her case.
Right. Where should I look?
you know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
That way, at least at the age of 18, well, the benefits
into one of the other
would stop at
sightings.
like 19
Let's
in 2
rendezvous back
months
here later.
if she's still technically in school. But even so, then she would have a good head start, at least, you know, like, not saying obviously like, oh, you're 18, get the fuck out, you know. We've already told her, and it'd be the same way, like, you know, as my parents, like, you're always welcome to stay at home. Only priorities is, you know, pitch in on expenses for the household, and make sure you keep a job and have a car. That was it. That was our requirements. Other than that, you can stay at home and fucking as long as you fucking want. You know what I mean? So my anxiety part of it is like the realization that like no matter how I want to look at it, like in the end of all this, I'm gaining a kid more or less like overnight. You know, like at the age of 37, like I'm a dad. Like technically.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
Never my years, you know.
Please, just sit. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
That was one thing she said.
become a
She's like,
scout,
well,
yes.
you know,
You are aware of the
whoever
dangers inherent
I
in that
decide, you
role.
know, as guardian.
I am. But I swore
It's like
I'd
I'm
face them.
calm like mom
Just
or
like
dad.
the
I was
man
like,
who
no,
saved my
like
life.
none of that changes.
Who would that be?
It's like no matter who you choose, they'll still be who we
was him
are
who
as
found me and
family.
freed me.
You know what I mean?
No magic, no support.
In the
just
eyes
one
of how
man
it
and his
truthfully
nose.
is, like we're not going
Came
to
and sniffed
fucking
me out.
change that and
It taught
make
me
that
what one
weird and
man
awkward.
Can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can be
yeah. I
someone's
mean,
savior, just like Gav was mine.
plus side, most of
sure
the
you'll
hard
be
work is
flattered.
done. Actually, no,
Clearly
not
have good
really. It's just
intentions,
getting to the
Emma.
hard work. Because
And it
grown
sounds like you're under
teenager
no
to
illusions. Stick to this path and
mid-adult.
you'll make a fine curse breaker.
especially
So,
female,
What? Have I passed?
You haven't even started
handful
yet.
years.
Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Uh-huh.
Gav isn't our best scout because he
Sherry
can do
is
everything.
currently talking to a
It's
boy
essential that you know
that's
your
a
limits.
friend.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
And I've yet to ask her, like, yeah, was your mom aware of this? Like, she gives super easy tells to her lies,
Shouldn't be as dangerous as I
which
made out.
growing up with her
keep a weather eye on him
and
all the
kind of,
same,
you know,
would
help
you?
raise her
On my
occasionally.
way.
You know, I've known her all my,
Right,
you know, her
Emma.
whole life. Like, we're all close family. Like, even the year she's been away, per se, like, yeah, not living nearby and seeing every day, but always still holidays and birthdays and etc. etc. And then obviously, like any tax year shit that comes around, you know, I claim taxes, and
I need to stop them before they get to the
so now obviously I'll get that portion of stuff for child benefit. A good half of that, you know, will all go towards, like, you know, in her accounts and shit like that. Like everything will be done proper, you know, obviously. Yeah, probably has. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. No, I've already gave her my warning. Like, you know, just so I know your mom's told you, like, don't bullshit us. Be honest. 'Cause if and when we do find out, like, regardless, shit's just gonna be worse than, you know. It's like nothing's gonna honestly change as far as expectations, as you know, from what your mom, we were raised the same, so like yeah, obviously we're gonna be a little more protective, as we were with, you know, my sister, because she was the only girl. But beyond that, you know, that's the standard.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me.
Yeah, she's strong.
You all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
I already started looking up shit,
that's
like
something, I
getting her
suppose.
transferred on my phone
What were they doing
plan so she
south
doesn't
of
lose
town?
her current
They all came
phone,
from the
and
north last
you
time.
know, things
We might
like
be able to
that.
fend off an attack from one side or the other.
Then I do
From
know
both.
that eventually I'll
You
just,
have eyes in the north.
once the guardianship's
So,
transferred,
I should probably go
I
and
can
have a
add
look
her onto
just
my
to make sure.
insurance plans and
You head
things
back
of
to
that
Northreach.
nature.
I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our
So yeah,
people
that's
be
like the
without
other
their
like
country?
crazy like hard
Empire
realization.
is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink.
I gotta plan big. It's gonna be the
Without
Sweet
their
16,
How will
so
the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect
for her
their
birthday,
kin?
I gotta plan it super
Can
big.
the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's
Well
head
then,
with your heresy,
that escalated
but
awfully
I will
quickly.
not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud.
Always wanted
Northreach
kids, but not
deserves
sure I'd
better.
handle a teen instantly. Yeah.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who
I never
bedded
thought
a
I'd
branded.
more or less have a kid instantly. Like, I know obviously it's not going to be all on me. You know what I mean?
Jealous,
Like,
are you?
my parents are definitely going
That a
to
woman
step the
might
hell
choose a
in
bearer
as
over a
grandparents
pious man of
regardless.
Griever.
Because,
Clive,
yeah.
I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No.
More or less, I'm just taking legal responsibility and all that. Because, like, in the event, you know,
We will retreat
when
to
that
Caer
day
Norwood and
comes,
there make our stand.
I can hope and pray that it's at least 30
Did you hear me?
to 40
That was an
years
order.
from now. But like my parents go, you know,
While this is but a heartfelt plea,
there won't have to be a worry of like another
Let us make our
transfer or
stand
anything like
here
that. Well, I guess at
and
that point in
protect
time, there
our
never would have to be a
homes.
worry anyways.
protect
So
those that we love.
yeah.
Together for Northreach.
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
Well, I'd have
She
kids
is
is in a
but
similar
a
situation to
common
yourself. Yeah.
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
How we've all joked that, like, you know, as adults and shit, like, we'd all just end up moving in with each other, big dumbass house, split it 3 fucking ways, and then, or 4 to 6 ways
men
based
have
on
their
how many
orders,
partner are,
and
you
they
know,
look like following them.
we all have a partner
I
or
got them spaced
whatnot.
out at regular intervals,
And,
with Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be
Yeah, you
someone
know,
there to meet
just grow up like that.
Thank you, Philippe.
It's always our
Rest
dream.
assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you, both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Mm-hmm.
When the fighting begins, we can take refuge in the barracks. We'll be safe there.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Running up a crazy old man, zooming about on a scooter, drinking and shooting at shouting at Norman. Oh my god.
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't try the SRT method tonight. That beam setup. They're officially live with
Looks
their
to be the last of
SRT
them.
version.
I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Supposed to be a direct, stable way to stream. Yeah, SRT is more or less like what you now push through as. So it gave the warning like if you're DC'd for more than 10 seconds, like it will end stream, you know.
It's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear.
No, you don't turn it on. You use that URL instead of RTMP setup. You would just enter in the SRT URL on OBS and leave the stream key blank. It's going to operate like you now.
I thank you both for answering the call.
A direct web push.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything.
Yeah.
I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together.
I still need to sit down and actually do the Xbox setup and test it. At least give the proper test.
Nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them.
Well, what it's made for is, you know how you ran so smoothly on you now?
Because you feel it yourself.
That's why. You get more for less.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence.
That'd be the difference of
You were merely
SRT.
distracted by a loftier
Less resources, less net pool is required to produce more.
You have the
Consistency,
right
I
to
wouldn't say more. We'll say
as
more
did
consistency, you know.
Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt.
Yeah, haven't retried Xbox yet.
But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
But yeah, I forgot to try it. I meant to try the SRT tonight.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these
It's supposed to be
dark
lower
times,
latency also.
I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
one of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Just the one of you, eh? The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
There's the flowers.
What do you see, boy?
Oh.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Get it.
That was harder than I expected.
Fuck yeah, it was a giant Minotaur. I mean, you know.
But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
She'll definitely love them. Should take some to seed out for the gardeners back at headquarters, the hideaway, so they can grow them.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Uncle,
Another new oh my
bring
god, they
good
just keep
news.
popping up, don't they?
The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porter's as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. Ah, but I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company are you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Again, 3 old people arguing.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Let's go.
What do you think that thing is?
How the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
Just one more treasure, right? Or two? One. 1, 2, 3, 6. So we have 7 more treasures. This should give us one here, I think. It's the finish of a mission.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
We didn't pick any.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me.
Yep. We're in the part where it's the final stretch of side quests. It's like 9 or 10 of
I
them.
don't know what to say.
And then
you don't need to say
it goes to the actual final battle. So it's mission 69.1, and then it goes all side quests, and then it's .2 is the final.
Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill?
Of the base game.
Or tried to.
How could I forget?
The one expansion adds like
You saw me crying
another
and
part of
thought
the
a
world
change
that
of
has
scenery
like
might
1 or
lift
2
my
more
spirits.
crystals. And
In the end, it
then
earned me a nasty cough
the
and
other
a stern
expansion I think
scolding
is
from your
like
mother.
a survival mode or some other
I
weird
felt
thing, I
wonderful
think.
nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Pretty.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
Don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Leveled up, baby. That is cute. Hey, what's up, Gore? So Jill's now joined us until the origin. New questline Echoes of Fallen is now available by speaking with Sharon at her stall in the hideaway. See, right there. The Rising Tide is now available by inspecting the reading table in Clive's hideaway chambers. Huh. Ain't that about a bitch? That's cute. Sorry, looking at cute little gifts here. Make sure I didn't add that to my cart. You know. I was clicking.
Come on. Faster!
Oh. Exactly what I was trying to avoid.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
True story. Fucking hell.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
He eventually learned to gain the courage to run, didn't he?
Rain fire down on their heads. I could give you another elixir, but what you really need is a bed.
Okay.
And what can I do for you?
Not a damn thing, lady. I mean, I will buy some potions.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants. An excellent choice. Come back again.
You held your own out there.
Will you lend me a hand? They're still injured in the market.
Just a little further.
This the last one?
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
True story.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now.
I had to plug my phone in.
The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter. All united in defense of this
it's gonna be
town
so weird.
that
Go
we
back to
have
work
come
tomorrow.
to call our home.
Oi.
And what of you? Can we
We
count
got
on your
this.
support too?
Always.
Get back in the routine of shit. Ah, or a Calcum. That's where I fucking get those things from. Interesting. Oh, now this is open.
The garrison said they take another 100 of them pitch drops.
Those whites will think twice before attacking.
Put a letter you can use to get off work to play Black Ops 6 in your Discord. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that what comes out tonight or tomorrow? Some shit like that.
How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Hey? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it.
That's
all on
fucking
his own.
awesome, Gore. Oh my
But
god.
Sid, he...
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Of course not. Does Ember deserve passing marks? Should I say no? I mean, it was clean kills, and then at the top, he froze. And didn't even draw his sword. And then couldn't run and somehow eventually ran.
When faced with an unexpected foe, Ember froze. He did not run. He did not fight. Had I not been there, he would be dead. It would be too great a risk to send him out on a mission alone.
Thank you, Sid, for your honest appraisal. Ember, you braved the tower and emerged unscathed. Yes, but only because Sid saved your skin. To me, that's no better than being caught red-handed. You failed the test.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
A day off, right?
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Echoes of the Fallen, that's the DLC.
You alright? But... Oi! Let's...
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so
My
we used to say
chocobo
back
is
home
silver.
anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
I got one Orcalia come. That comet feather, that was right. Stone tongue is something else. Another one of those. Not drastically much difference. Oh. Huh, I can make that. But it's less. Yeah.
Anything else?
Rising Tide, that's these quests. Huh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 left. Interesting. There's one there. Two. This would be 3, right?
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your
So
man.
by the looks of it, I can get 3 more
A silver
trophies
chocobo feather.
of the
Or
5.
maybe
So
not.
I'm missing 2 somehow.
Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo.
Unless those
near
2
some
others
guide
open
hall
up to
not
something.
far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Merchants. Oh.
Just because they've gone to Reckonroom, it don't mean we have to.
I've got greens, all shapes.
Let's get this stall set out.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone? Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicereine?
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumors are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for shelter, are you? Come on inside, I'll introduce you to Martha.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars couldn't hurt me. Son of Rosaria.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes.
If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds...
Over this way?
almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here... Ready, go? Run like the wind.
As I look at my chocobo, that's a silver chocobo.
Can hardly make out a bloomin' thing.
You know?
All for us.
We're not alone.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. Chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Aw.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Right.
It was no trouble at all.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long. Even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home.
Yeah, that's true.
Trust me.
Poor little thing.
After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
There's more of these motherfuckers, huh?
Ty's tea stopped the fizz. I only hope the fizz stops.
I'm like, where the fuck is she?
Ah, me lords.
Me lord.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you.
Me lord.
Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labor. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
That will be me.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Just making sure I have all my weed shit put away. Looks like it. It looks like it. I think we're good. So. Another trophy. There. All my weed shit's put away. I just be running. What was that? Edemonite gauntlets? What? Increase maximum HP by 500. No way. Hmm. That's crazy. Huh. The bounty here. Alright.
Look who's here to meet us. Pity they don't seem fond of visitors. Help me, boy. Help me, boy.
Got him. Get ready. Okay.
I've had warmer welcomes.
Oh shit, I passed it.
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning!
Hey, good alien timing, let's go.
Experiments extremely dangerous to Earth people!
I like the new emoji. Super cute. Okay, so it's like up here somewhere.
Might this be Nickelbug?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least.
It's a cult. Go back.
What is going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
Thank you for the rose.
And he must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that? I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter.
Mm.
You have seen them at their prayers.
Rose for a rose. Hey, thank you so much, Ilaste.
They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Savior's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I too swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine. You do understand what their dream is, don't you? I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening. I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
Nope.
An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now?
Now we go down. Oh, never mind.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
Ice has a crazy, nice cooldown. Got him.
Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in.
He saved them so they can turn, and I'm about to kill them.
Was everything to
The
me,
irony.
and I would not deny them that fulfillment. Even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Yeah.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came. And and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end.
I don't know about that.
For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be. Only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
All right. There's the other Arcalicum. Huh. That's where these all come from. Balmung Dark, yeah. My final little sub quest are all right here. The DLC's all activated just now too, so we technically can work on those.
Dolores is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Okay. I ain't dicking with the guys on the ground, where the fuck they were. Also, thank you for the 4 times confetti. Trying to finish these little sub quests and then crash out.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not.
Interesting.
Locked up tight.
What? Okay.
Caution, brother.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Oh. No, lady.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Right. Short from Alex, the doggy Titan is over the rainbow. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that as well.
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And
The
I doubt
feeding
they'll have taken
ground.
the creature with them when they fled. Nothing but a Kashik down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this... this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
They were too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Okay.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Amber.
Survivor. She sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
We have to run!
You're safe now. We won't let it hurt you.
It's out there waiting for me.
Fucking behemoth.
I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
This is all part of a fucking bounty.
Beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Nice.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Sometime later, in the hideaway.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
More bounties here, right?
What did you find down there?
He found out he couldn't swim. Oh my god.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are.
Genji gloves.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Damage dealt increased by 5%. We can go with that. Instead of the 500 extra HP.
Clive. Ta-ra then.
Thank you, Karen.
You could do... Going purse weighing you down? Is that all?
And that's the other area for the second DLC. I got 3 more to get technically.
Still alive, are you?
Is something the matter, Karen?
Don't know. How clever of you to notice. But yes, something's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it. When you've got time, then.
I think I got time to listen right now, lady. That starts the whole DLC chapter, you know? Those are the final 2 side quest missions, and then we go to main, do the true game completion, and then I guess we should be able to do New Game Plus and proceed. I think that's how it works. Oh shit. Where the fuck did you come from? Oh, I found another bounty, I guess. Great.
Another of more or less guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is too.
said, he fucked me up. That's crazy. I need that wonder back. Oh, can't change while in combat? Of course not. Fucking crazy. Ooh, I don't know how the fuck I lived on that, but man, wow.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Holy shit, that was insane, yo. That was a hell of a fucking bounty hunt. Class S. It was a level 47 king, behemoth king.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? His interests were certainly varied.
The Mughal. I think this is all the stuff. Yep, the
This
key.
is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
And we're gonna get attacked.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we
Those
find
godlike
ourselves
creatures
at
that
an
had done
impasse.
fewer damage on you? Yeah.
Very well.
Exactly.
The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
Oh shit. There we go.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Right. And that's the last area there. Alright, we're gonna turn this in and we're stopping. 4:35, so, you know.
Vivian. I found it.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way?
This should give us another trophy.
not
And then we have that last side quest.
one of us.
Which I think in
Honestly,
theory gives us the last trophy.
I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway,
Looks like that one's a
I find my
multi-stepper,
thinking
though.
somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
We will try. Yeah, it was an S, whatever the hell we destroyed. That one there. Behemoth King. Shit was pretty crazy.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
We need about 400, little shy of 400. I think that's the max one right there, 2850. I don't know if another one unlocks or not.
All done?
Usually another one would unlock by now.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
Might be finally at the max of that too.
I don't mean the crystal is massive.
There's something about it. I feel like it's calling to me.
Huh. Another one right here. This is the one. That's funny.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
That is the last trophy right there. The other quest, there's something else. Oh no, the other quest would be 1 too, so yeah, we have 2 spots left. Yep. One there, Hippocrates. And then this one here, which is a multi-stepper. Because it doesn't show the treasure box yet, so. And then bam, we go on to the origin, final mission. DLCs are available, obviously. So like, here, this is one DLC. Then the other DLC is Echoes of Fallen right here. This lady, Karen. So we're gonna save here. Tomorrow we'll get off work. We'll hop on and yeah. Continue it out. Alright, sound check. Lower the volume. Warning. Alright, y'all. I do thank you all for taking a little bit of time on your day to come and chillax on my stream. I know time is very important and extremely precious. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Thank you all that were killers. Thank you for everyone that followed. Thank you for the elixirs, the mana, the biddies, the beats, the blurps, the donos, the subs, the resubs, the gifted subs, the hosts, and the raids. It is so goddamn greatly appreciated. And I honestly cannot thank you enough. But we're gonna hop off here. Yeah. Sorry, Alyssa. I know. We're talking a little bit quieter. But yeah, we're gonna hop off here and crash out. And we'll be back on tonight. Probably about midnight-ish or so, based on when we get off work. Hey, thank you, my friend. All the love, all the good vibes. But yeah, we just rolling. But I hope y'all have an amazing ass day. And catch us on later on tonight. We'll probably eventually actually beat this game. So yeah. Until then, happy streams, happy dreams. And we shall see you later. Bye.